Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Microsoft and Apple has been at war as far long as we can remember. It was 2014 when Microsoft was a stagnant company. When the new CEO Satya Nadella joined the company of Microsoft, the first thing Nadella did was he built Microsoft for the iOS. It was a big breakthrough for the company. To many, it was a very surprising event, as it was in the Microsoft thought that creating applications or software for the Apple will lead to the downfall of the Microsoft. But what happened was quite surprising, and to everybody's astonishment, within the next 5 years of developing these applications, Microsoft went on to become the lead and surpassed many companies like Apple, Amazon, and Alphabet. Nadella has a very fascinating quote that is very close to my heart. What he said in one of his interviews: "I am also defined by my curiosity and the thirst for learning. I buy more books than I can finish. I sign up for more online courses than I can complete. I fundamentally believe that if you're not learning new things, you stop doing great and useful things." This is what is the quote that inspired many. Once Nadella came up, he pushed people at Microsoft to think themselves as students once again. His code mantra was, "Learn it all does better than know it all." And that is where our topic of self-learning comes into play. Today in this video, we will be discussing about the avenues and the advantages of self-learning to be a continuous learner throughout your life. There are some basic ideas about self-learning. You only will be pushed to self-learning if you find some purpose into it. You will only be self-learning if you know that the process will give you enjoyment in life. So here in this video, we will explore the idea of self-learning and see why it is so effective and why you should all be doing it. It is an ultimate active learning experience. It brings with it great joys. The great joy of active learning is in the process. Every step is for you to decide. You are the ones who will be evaluating your own progress. You choose the method and you choose the time management. This is what differentiates active learning from the college learning or the courses that we generally do in our undergraduate or maybe some of the fellowship programs. This is something that you are completely in charge of, and this brings up some important challenges because self-learning process is a process that will lack certain things that are there from the mainstream learning. In the mainstream learning, you have your exams, you have your evaluation processes, you have your assignments that are to be completed at a certain period of time, and this is something that keeps you going. This is something that evaluates you, and this is something at the end of the day produces the results that you want. But all of these things are lacking as far as self-learning process is concerned. But the freedom to choose and the freedom to evaluate and the freedom of choosing the method gives you an immense responsibility and along with it great enjoyment. You delve into the subjects that you want to learn at a much deeper level. What differentiates college learning from self-learning is that in the college you have somebody to teach you, somebody to coach you, an expert that guides you through the process. But in self-learning, you have to learn two things. Not only have you to learn that skill or that course or that material or that new entity, but you also have to teach yourself to learn how to learn. Obviously, it is a very tough skill, but it is not something which is impossible or unachievable. It will come with its challenges. We will see what are those challenges. So here are some of the challenges. When you conquer them, this will make you a master self-learner. Number one is establish your purpose. Know it very clearly. Why do you want to learn something that you are putting yourself into as a self-learning project? Are you learning this to apply to your exam? Are you learning this to learn a new skill? Are you learning this just to self-improve yourself? Are you learning this to become a more accomplished individual? You want to be a parent, so you are learning child psychology. You want to be a better friend. You want to be a better collaborator as a team, so you learn team management or organizational skills. You want to teach somebody, you learn actively how to teach. And as a result of that, you develop very sharp and keen mental faculties. Hurdle number two, If you are given a big elephant in the room and if you are being asked how would you eat that elephant, the answer would be you eat the elephant bit by bit. Self learning or any project is just like a big elephant in your room. You need to define the smaller targets that you want to achieve and that are quantifiable and measurable. It cannot be a gross goal that you want to learn something, but you need to break it down into smaller processes and say that you want to learn X up till date Y. You want to learn certain things about a certain language, new language that you are learning, and you want to learn it by certain time period. This is what will make you very practical about your own self-learning experience. So remember, eat the elephant bit by bit. The third important system that you need to build around your self-learning environment is a very strong accountability system. In our universities, we have that accountability system in terms of exams, in terms of marks, the gradation, the assignments, but in self-learning, all of this is missing. So you need to have a strong accountability system that prevents you from being lazy and from procrastinating. How can you do it? You can make somebody your accountability partner. It can be your spouse, it can be your friend, it can be your colleague, it can be your family member, it can be your brother or your sister. So an accountability partner will make great choice. Apart from this, you can even make accountability partners out of your own mentors that you have. The third accountability system can be a database that you develop as a strong accountability system that keeps the fire inside you going to learn the new journey. The last thing that you need to conquer to become a master self-learner is learn how to learn. You are your own teacher in self-learning, you are your own evaluator in self-learning, so you need to know how to coach your own self, how to teach your own self. Specific areas of learning require specific approaches. Once you are acquainted with these specific processes, this will help you to find out the material and to find out the proper course for your own self-learning project that you have decided. Second important place where you can find help from is an online community that is interested in learning the same thing. It can be in the form of short online courses available online, it can be in the form of YouTube, it can be in the form of blogs, it can be in the form of interactive online communities where people learning the same thing share a lot of things about what is to be learned and how it is to be learned, how you commit mistakes and how to avoid mistakes in the whole process that you are going through. You need to be actively engaged with this community. You need to send emails, you need to send special attachments, you need to ask questions and teach yourself how you need to teach your own self to learning this. It will help you open up in many ways. It will open up your mind to ideas, the new ways and methods and tricks of learning, and this will help you to become a master self-learner. Remember guys, that learning is a lifelong journey. Learning is just not a destination that gets completed when you complete a degree. You require learning in different phases of your life. Life is a great journey, and at every step you require yourself to be motivated and propped up with the new learning through the process of self-learning. This will help you make your life more purposeful. This will help you utilize your cognitive abilities, and this will bring great satisfaction in your life. Hope that you have liked our video and our content. Do share it with your friends and family. Do feel like subscribing if the content is helpful to you. Press the notification bell icon so that you are notified whenever we come up with a new video. New video comes up every Sunday 9:30 AM and every Thursday. We'll keep you posted and we'll keep you updated. Hope to see you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you very much.